Hello everybody, back again, and we're doing a group SRT clearing on blocks to self-acceptance. So set your intention to receive the benefits of this clearing for your highest good, always for your highest good. And let's get stuck in. Let's do this. Okay, positioning you so you can see the charts. So I'm working with the God team again for this. So positive, 0, negative, 100. So a lot of you out there have got blocks to self-acceptance. And where is it sitting in terms of consciousness? We're at, is it ascended master or light status? No, it's ascended master level. So we're right down here. There's incarnational. So it's pretty low down in terms of consciousness and density. So let's do a clearing. So let's get the God team to do an initial clearing, and your high self teams that are working with you to do initial clearing on blocks to self-acceptance. And let's raise that up to radiant love new paradigm level as an absolute minimum, up to 100 positive, down to 0 negative for everybody's highest good. Thank you. Oops. I do hope you're all keeping well, looking after yourselves, being gentle with yourselves. I don't want to hear of any self-punishment going on. I want to hear that you're nurturing yourselves and looking after your well-being. Right, okay, already feels lighter just doing that. So where are we going next? Chart 6A. So we're into master programs and discordant energy. Inside right. So we've got failure going on, okay, which is behind the blocks of self-acceptance. Does it have past life roots and ancestral roots? Yeah, I'm not going to research those. We're just going to ask that any master programs and any discordant energy of failure is cleared from you for your highest good, clearing from past life and ancestral roots, and clearing at all levels of consciousness on chart 3, clearing from all of your energy bodies for your highest good. One of the things we do in the individual clearings is we go through your individual energy bodies as well to see if any programs are running there that are impacting you in any way. I also have a long checklist which I go through as well when I'm doing individual clearings for people. So it's well worth getting individual clearings done. Obviously, of course, it depends on people's budgets, but it won't resolve anything. I can do. I haven't said that. Let's not limit myself here, but in my experience, it has resolved things for me and for other people. But generally speaking, it clears away the debris, it clears away the traffic in the mind, it clears away the programming. It can clear away a lot of emotional stuff as well, quite surprisingly. So it really does quieten the mind a lot. It's brilliant for clearing dense energy as well. And when you clear away that traffic, it's a bit like taking it from a motorway in your mind to what we call it a motorway or a highway if you're in America. I guess highway, to like a B road or a track. Is the best analogy I can make, from being really busy to quiet with just the odd a country track. That's what SRT is so brilliant. It's like defragmenting your mind. It's brilliant. Brings a lot more calmness in, and that of course changes those vibrations. So where are we going next? So it's interesting that failure is perception of failure is behind blocks to self-acceptance. On chart 10A, this is held at God level of consciousness, and we're clearing, what have we got? Contracts that some of you are running, contracts there. Let's just clear any contracts away then that are held at God level of consciousness. This is miscellaneous blocks on here, but it's at an elevated level. So any contracts that are running there that are leading to blocks to self-acceptance, clearing away at that God level of consciousness. Interesting. Again, contracts doesn't come up very often when I'm doing clearings for people either. So There's a sign that I think stuff could be closing there. Cycles closing with that. Wonderful. Clearing those contracts away. Fabulous. Right, let me just read what it says about contracts here on chart 10A. It says souls who incarnate for a second round of studies and who convince other souls to incarnate with them may have a savior contract. They have contracted to pick up the other soul's programs. So we're cancelling those contracts. We do not want other souls programs. Thank you very much. Some of us have had way too many of those. I'm sure many of you can identify with that. So let's cancel any contracts of other souls that we've carried, that we've taken on. Be very thorough in that, please. God, the God team and everybody's high self teams, that we cancel any contracts for taking on other souls' programs. That's so interesting. That's why it rarely comes up. I've only seen it a couple of times in all the years that I've been doing this. So that's a massive benefit for all you that are watching this video right now. Brilliant. Still clearing away, so it's obviously quite a lot. Oh, I'm yawning at that, so something's shifting within me as well. Right, that's slowing down now. Wonderful. Good stuff. Good to get those cleared. Right, where are we going next? Chart 15, which is I am level consciousness programs. So let's have a look and see what's running here. It's such a powerful level of consciousness. Separation from love and a duality of the I am level consciousness. So let's get those cleared away. We don't want to believe that we're separate from love, for goodness sake, do we? Of course, we can never be separate. We can never be separated. It's just the illusion. We wouldn't exist otherwise. If we were separate from God, we wouldn't exist. Right, where are we going next? All the way around to chart 30, which is final light. That's nice. Soul fingerprints, 9 councils in this one universe. So let's clear those away, those soul fingerprints. I love soul fingerprints. So soul fingerprints are set up by the 17th group of gods on chart 3. And chart 3 is where we have all the levels of consciousness. They are the ones that said, let us make man in our image and likeness. Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 and 27. So just as the physical body of each person has its identifying fingerprints, so the soul has its identifying characteristics or fingerprints. High Self says they are unexplainable, so just clear them when they come up. So there you go. Whatever the soul fingerprints are, let's just get them cleared. And clear the 9 councils in this one universe as well. Yawning a lot through this one. Right, anything else before we go to mop up? No, should we go to mop up? So let's just clear the mop up. Let's just go to mop up where the bulk of the clearing takes place. There wasn't very many things to clear in this one, which is great. So a lot of these clearings are getting shorter, which is a really good sign. But I think that contracts one was really the main thing to clear there. So they're into mop up now, doing the bulk of the clearing in this stage, this process for you, your teams. So they have 200 plus charts in their cell of life. I'm just going to read you an excerpt about morphogenetic fields from the book whilst this mop up is taking place. I've actually got another video on it I've made a few years ago somewhere discussing it, but it is very relevant. So the morphogenetic field, called morphogenetic resonance by Gettr, is the field of beliefs that is established by humans. Gettr states that the more people who think alike, the stronger the energy becomes and continues to build with each additional person who buys into the belief. Doctors promote the field because they ask for the medical history of the family, and if there is a death by cancer, heart attack, etc., then they'll tell the patient that they could have the same illness. The patient buys into the beliefs that the illness is inevitable, which can then create the illness itself. So high self says we do not inherit disease, we pre-program it. Those programs can be cleared. There's actually a lot more to it than that. That's what it says in the SRT side, but there's morphogenetic fields within groups of animals as well. It's like when you get those flocks of birds and they all suddenly change direction. They're within that morphogenetic field. It's like my understanding is like it's small pockets of collective consciousness for that particular species or particular group. So it's similar to what he's talking about in here, but there's a lot more to it than that. I can't remember the name. What's the name of the man he's done a lot of research into it? Begins with R. I went to see him. I did a workshop with him. Oh, I can't remember, but it's a very, very interesting, very interesting scientific study about it. Oh, I can't remember his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. As soon as I switch this video off, it'll come to me. Typical. It's not Rudolph. Or Robert something. No, it's begins with R though, I'm sure. Anyway, whatever it is. Are the teams happy with that? The soul happy with that? Will it hold? Yeah. Russell something. Oh, it's gonna bug me now. 100 positive, 0 negative. And where are we? Yeah, it feels loads lighter anyway. So there you go. That name is going to bother me now. You'll probably know it, and someone will probably write it in the comments. If I remember it before, I will write it in the comments for you. So I can't remember. It's right at the tip of my tongue. I can picture him as well. Never mind. But it's an interesting course of study around morphogenetic fields. And I do have a video on morphogenetic fields somewhere in the annals of my YouTube videos that I recorded 3 or 4 years ago. If you're interested, you might not be, doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm gonna press on and record another one now, so I'm sending you lots and lots of love, and if you want to buy a package from me and start your year afresh, please visit my website www.carolinecousins.com/work with me, and you can buy it on there using the PayPal button. If you have any questions, pop them down below. Any suggestions, positive, constructive ones, pop them down below. Either way, I love you all so much today. Always. Big kisses. Bye.